Hey everyone, what's up? Pig Mom here again, and today we are going to be talking about the history of guinea pigs. So let's get started. There's a couple common misconceptions from guinea pigs' names, that they are descended from pigs and possibly from Guinea in West Africa or maybe Papua New Guinea in the South Pacific. But they are actually from South America, specifically found in the Andes mountain region. Guinea pigs are also not pigs. They are actually a rodent descended from the Cavia porcellus, branching from the Caveidae, a family of rodents native to South America, which contains rodents such as the capybaras, Patagonia maraj, Chacoan mara, common yellow-toothed cavy, southern mountain cavy, and yes, of course, guinea pigs. It is believed modern guinea pigs got their name because they look and sound a lot like piglets. And Cavia porcellus is a Latin phrase meaning little pig. I couldn't really find a lot of information on who specifically named guinea pigs, but this is also why modern guinea pigs are referred to as cavies, since we just shorten the name Cavia porcellus. I should warn, some of the images in this section will be graphic in nature, so I recommend discretion before showing this to younger viewers. Guinea pigs were earliest known to be discovered by the Incas around 3,000 years ago. The Incas used guinea pigs as food, which you can still find today in South America, known as cuy. They also held a spiritual place in the lives of the ancient Incas, as well as being used in ritual sacrifices with colored string around them. Though I could not find a lot of information as to why they were sacrificed or the significance of the colored string, several articles mention that archaeologists need to do more research to determine this reasoning. Guinea pigs were also used in ancient Incan medicine to help diagnose medical conditions, especially piggies with black fur, as it was believed they had magical power. In 1547, guinea pigs made their first voyage to Europe after being brought to the Old World after the Spanish conquered Peru in 1532. Since then, guinea pigs became a popular pet in wealthy upper-class society and royalty, especially for children. Throughout the 16th and 17th century, guinea pigs appeared in many paintings. Here's a few examples of some portraits of children with their guinea pigs. I think it's really interesting to note as well that guinea pigs haven't changed much since that time. The guinea pigs in these paintings look a lot like our piggies today. Time passed, and in the late 1800s, scientists began breeding and using guinea pigs in laboratory experiments to test medicine and later cosmetics. According to an article from the University of Cambridge, guinea pigs were useful as they have biological similarities to humans and could be infected with viruses, and experiments and research conducted on guinea pigs contributed to the cures for many diseases. I used this quote from the Cambridge article I mentioned earlier, and I'll link it in the description below. It says, "Since vitamin C was discovered through research on guinea pigs, they have been important in nutritional research, and they were also crucial to the development of vaccines for diphtheria, TB, replacement for heart valves, blood transfusion, kidney dialysis, antibiotics, anticoagulants, and asthma medicines." So animal testing is a wildly controversial subject. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes at this part in the video to talk a little bit more about the ethics of using guinea pigs as test subjects and my opinion on this. So feel free to skip ahead if this isn't something that interests you, and we'll get back to the remainder of the history of guinea pigs. Okay, for those of you that stuck around for this part, let's get started. Is it ethical to use guinea pigs or any animal in medical research? I think this is one of the most complicated moral issues of our lifetime. From my own research, I've determined the basis of this moral quandary comes down to the simple question of, are human lives more important than those of animals? Since unfortunately, animals are not as big of a problem if an animal does die during the early testing process. But if humans were solely used for medical testing, there would be a lot more deaths, and this would likely result in a lot of other problems in the medical research field. Most of the human race does believe that our lives are more important than those of the animals around us. So most of the medical safety laws are based around this belief. I'll read a quote that I found on the animalresearch.info website, which was recommended as a source through the Cambridge University website. In their facts section, they answer the question, Shouldn't we use humans to study human diseases? The quote says, "It is not always possible or ethical to use humans to study disease. By law, all drugs and medicines are required to be tested on animals to protect the human rights of people who volunteer for drug trials. This testing is not expected to prevent all side effects, but may indicate the type of problem that could occur." There is a lot of good information on this site, so I will link it below and I recommend checking it out. At the end of the day, I don't think there is a good answer to this problem. I think as a guinea pig parent, it's really hard to look into my beautiful pigs' faces and imagine the unfortunate horrors animals do often suffer during testing. Most of the sources I've found are through universities, and most do have a section mentioning that they take the animals' well-being into consideration, and they do take care of them. But I wasn't able to find many sources with much verifiable proof, such as photos or videos. I personally think we should be doing more as a society to encourage the development of non-animal ways to test things. And while I don't have a lot of knowledge to change things in the medical industry, there are some things that we can do to help stop animal testing in other industries such as personal care products, cleaners, and cosmetics. When shopping, choosing to support brands that don't do animal testing is a big thing you can do to help, as it's a good way to directly tell other brands you don't support their product and can help institute change. So looking for the leaping bunny on packaging is how you can determine if a company tests their products on animals. Leaping bunny is the only internationally recognized symbol that guarantees the product hasn't been tested on animals. I'll also link Leaping Bunny's website, as they have a ton of great information as well as a shopping guide and much more. A couple of examples of some easy switches you can make are switching simple things like hand soap, toothpaste, shampoos, hair dyes, and cosmetics. There's too many brands out there, especially on an international level, to even attempt to make a chart. So I'll put a couple of my favorite cruelty-free brands in a graphic up on the screen. But I found there isn't much of a difference in price when it comes to switching to cruelty-free products, and often I've found the quality of ingredients are better, and often the companies are smaller, and sometimes even local to your own country or region. The last thing I'd recommend doing is educating yourself on animal testing so you can make informed decisions when it comes to this vastly complicated topic. Anyways, let's get back to the rest of the history of guinea pigs. Through time, guinea pigs' popularity has risen greatly. In an article by Cavi Cage that I'll link below, it is estimated that there are a grand total of 30 million guinea pigs in the world, making them one of the most popular pets. Pet care standards have also changed a lot throughout history. From what I could find, ancient Incas kept guinea pigs in runs outdoors similar to a chicken coop. Guinea pigs were given barley and scraps of different vegetables as the basis of their diet, and leftover residue from maize. After being brought to Europe, I couldn't find a lot of specific information about the husbandry of guinea pigs, but I imagine through trial and error, guinea pigs had a similar diet to their native land, and that contributed to the evolution of our pet care standards today. Animal care standards have taken great leaps in the last decade or so, and guinea pigs are living their best life now more than ever. The past 30 to 50 years of guinea pig care standards are the most well documented, with books being published, pet stores selling guinea pigs, and brands developing products targeted at them. Unfortunately, a lot of these books didn't have the correct information, and a lot of the products just weren't suitable for guinea pigs. But with more research, the evolution of the internet, and the introduction of social media, things are changing, and we are now able to give our fuzzy friends the best life. Anyways, guys, I hope you learned something today about the history of guinea pigs, and if so, I'd love to hear what in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.